Today we're going to talk about Full Metal Jacket. This is an iconic action film from Stanley Kubrick. Um, it was released by Warner Brothers June 17th, 1987, starring Matthew Mooney. And it was written, produced, okay, so it's written, co-written by uh, Michael Herr and Gustav Hosford, and it was co-written, produced, and directed by Stanley Kubrick. And I've been talking about him in the last few vlog reviews. So, but yeah, if you haven't heard of him, he's done like 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining, A Clockwork Orange, and I have reviews for all those and a couple others here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe. And anyways, Full Metal Jacket, basically you follow this little platoon of Marines training to go into the Vietnam War. And basically, the first half of the film is witnessing what it's like to go through like Marine training. Especially, I know I'm not like a Marine or anything like that, so I couldn't really tell you if it's 100% realistic or not. But I know he hired a real drill sergeant to do the scenes. But yeah, and it shows you the impacts mentally of going through all that. They basically strip you of your dignity, strip the soldiers of their dignity right away, right at the beginning, right when they shave the hair off and everything. And yeah, you basically follow them through their training for the first half of the film, getting emotional, verbally abused and pushed to your limits. And some of them actually suffer mental breakdowns. There is a scene of suicide in it. If you don't like seeing that type of stuff in movies, I suggest you don't watch this one. But overall, that it gets pretty emotional. And then the second half is them using that their little bit of dignity left, which each character shows. Like the main character has like a peace sign that he refuses to take off, but on the helmet says "Born to Kill," which is on the poster. And basically, you follow them in the Vietnam War as they try to cope with the hellish conditions and the craziness of war, and how it's a good depiction of how governments sometimes will train their soldiers, strip them from their dignity, and brainwash them to the point to be a killing machine for their country. So it's a very interesting and emotionally draining film to watch, and it's very dark in some scenes, and it is really good. Cinematography is fantastic. The acting is really good in it, and yeah, it holds up even to this day. It's a really well put together film. I know a lot of people talk about it, so obviously it's been good. It's one of the better of Stanley Kubrick films, and yeah, it's definitely has a lot of Barry Lyndon type deals with it. Barry Lyndon, like in my last review, is more like a drama based film. This basically takes it to and puts it in the action setting, and you basically get sort of like a lot of like you can feel the detachment that the other people lose in the film, and you sort of like go for the same emotional journey as them, and it's very intriguing and amusing, and it's one of those films that'll stick with you for a while. Like you still think about it like a day or two later. Like I'm actually recording this 2 days after I watched it, so yeah, but and you still think about like the way how would you do it in that situation, or like thinking about certain shots and stuff like that, which I like a lot in films and stuff. So definitely a really good film. There's not much to hate about it either because yeah, it's very harsh and stuff, but that's the harsh realities of like that type of life and stuff as far as I'm aware, like I said. But because I'm not a marine or anything like that. So um yeah, but overall a very good film. I don't really have any complaints because this one I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. It's a must watch in my book. So definitely check it out. A lot of Stanley Kubrick stuff is a must watch. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. Definitely check it out. Trailer's linked down below, like always, if you haven't like heard of it or haven't seen it in a while and you want to refresh your memory. Trailer's down there if you want to check that out. Also, while you're down there, my Instagram's linked down there too, so you might as well follow me there because I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there. Also, look for a hashtag, because I usually put the title of the film in a hashtag somewhere small in the video clip just so people can try to find it and figure out what I'm going to talk about next. So, yeah, make sure you keep an eye on that for that. Also, make sure you like this video, share this video if you really want to. Comment down below if you've seen this. Did you love it as much as I did? Do you absolutely hate this movie? That'll be interesting to hear. And what would you give it? Yeah, comment those down below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, if you have other films you want me to review in the future, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. But yeah, so this one's a little shorter. I basically would structure it the same way as my Barry Lyndon review. That's the only thing, and I didn't want to just repeat myself over and over. So yeah, sure. So this is the short version. But yeah, definitely Full Metal Jacket. Awesome movie. Great movie. I love it. But yeah, so I'm still going to do at least one more Stanley Kubrick film. His last one. So if you know what that one is, a lot of people apparently don't like it, but I'm going to give it a shot because I've never seen it before. So yeah, should be interesting. So we're going to do that. And then I think I'm going to do review a documentary on Stanley Kubrick. And that's the last of the Stanley Kubrick stuff for a little bit. I'm almost like Stanley Kubrick dude. But I also talked about most of his films already. So yeah, I think there's really like 2 big ones I still haven't talked about. But yeah. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you can see those reviews. And there's a lot more coming up. I'll get back to the horror real soon. So make sure you stay connected and stuff. So yeah, I'm going on that I'll be back probably tomorrow with another review. So I'll see you then.